Hi guys, I'm at the barn, and this morning we're preparing for a local horse show. I'm going to be taking Fig, who's actually my Mustang, and he's also a pony. If you guys haven't noticed, I own a bunch of ponies. Anyways, Ava's also coming to this show, and we're going to be taking Peaches for her and Fig for me. Sadly, our normal crew can't come because they're traveling other places. That's okay, so it's just going to be me and Ava at the show. And I'm going to be doing the 2-foot division, and hopefully the ring isn't too wet because it rained and poured last night, and I'm hoping there's no puddles, but there probably will be. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Ever since the day that you went away, you've been sending flowers, flowers to me, flowers today, flowers today. Instead of sending flowers, come back to me and hold me in your arms again. Flowers, flowers to me, flowers today, flowers. Send me no flowers today. Instead of sending flowers, come back to me and hold me in your arms again.
To start off our morning at the show was lots and lots of wait time, as we did get there very early, and it wasn't until 12 that we could do the schooling break, and we were there around 10, I think. So we waited around 2 hours. Fig and Peaches got to eat lots of grass, settle in, and then finally it was schooling break. So the following clips are schooling break clips.
Now you're looking for you're looking for a diagonal. Call it. Diagonal line.
Inside.
As you guys can tell, the schooling ring is pretty hectic as everybody's going different directions and different people are calling different jump lines and no one gets out of the way. That's why I'm screaming outside line, diagonal line for Ava so that she doesn't get run over, as she does have a very soft voice. But we decided, since 1, the schooling ring is hectic, 2, it was raining, we went ahead and just moved to their small indoor arena. Half of it is sectioned off to hold sawdust, hay, and other equipment, and then the other half is open to riding. That's why we're only going to half of it. But we just did some walk shop work in there and then cooled out and waited for our classes. But here are a few clips of Ava and I doing some walk trot work and just getting them used to the new site. This indoor's a little spooky as it's very dark inside, though from this view it looks a lot lighter as there's a giant opening on this half of it, but as you go to the back end, it's very dark. We waited about probably another hour, probably 30 minutes for our classes to go. So about 10 minutes before my classes and Ava's classes, we just did a light school in the grass area because that was closer to the ring. At the indoor, you do have to walk a ways to get there. So I just did some light walk trot camera work and worked on getting Fig's stride open and a little faster as he's very slow. Even though that is what you want in the hunters, Fig is one of those ponies that you just have to keep kicking to keep him going so that you do have an ideal speed and not a snail speed. But anyways, these are just a few clips. And then next up is my first course in the 2-foot.
Because I believe the home was just you and me.
So for my first 2-foot course, I'm going to make a giant courtesy circle as y'all are seeing right now, and then I'm going to head to this outside line. Fig and I approached this outside line at snail speed. I definitely needed a lot more pace. The Fig was not budging and my legs were giving out. Anyways, we come over the outside line, and next up is the diagonal line. This is a schooling show, so the courses are a lot more simple than going to like rated shows, as rated shows have more singles in them, more specifics to how the lines are measured, to the amount of strides. But at the local shows, the jumps are set to a set distance and do not change throughout the show. And after this diagonal line, we go to the next diagonal line, and we come down it. And after this diagonal line is the outside line. But first, Fig and I have to get our lead changed. And we got our front end, and then Fig fixed the back end after I cropped him. And we head off to the outside line, and that'll finish the course. And we ended up placing 4th, I believe, out of 12 or 13 riders. So the next 2-foot course started out to the right, so I made a giant courtesy circle to the right, and it's the same course as the course to the left, just kind of reversed. So we start out with this outside line. I start giving him a little leg and lots of crop as he gets very slow, and then down this line you can just see my leg working and pushing him so we don't get any trot steps. And we landed on our right lead, so everything's going well, and we're gonna head to this diagonal line. We ride into our turn quite nicely. We get a little bit close to the jump, but that's okay. We held our right lead, which I was proud of Fig because sometimes he likes to change in the line. And then now we're on our left lead to make the turn, and we're going to go to the next diagonal line. And we ride out into our turns just to get a good distance and a good angle. And we keep trucking along. Fig's pace is so steady, but it's just so slow. Anyways, we're now on our right lead, and we're going to head to the outside line to finish our course. Now, everything was going super well, but by this last jump, we get a little bit of a chip, causing us to get 4th. Otherwise, this round definitely would have placed better, but as you guys can see here, we get quite the chip. Next up is the 2-3 division, and the course starts out super similar. We go to this outside line, and we come over, and I have a lot more pace as the jumps are a little bit bigger, as at this particular show, their standards actually don't all measure to 2-3. Some of them measure to 2-5, but they still count it as 2-3, which is kind of weird. Anyways, as you saw coming down the outside line, we got a little bit of a funny lead change just because Fig only changing his front, so I had to get him to change his back. Then we come over this diagonal, then we're going to go to the center single. So that's why we changed to the middle, just so that we had our lead going to the middle single. And we're going to come off right and go to the diagonal. But we're only going to do the first jump of the diagonal line, and then we're going to go to the center single. And we come in on our right lead, and we landed on our right lead, so we just held it. You can either change or just hold it since it is just a bending line. And then we get our right to left lead change. It was a little moody, but that's okay. And we keep moving along. And we come over this outside line. And he does this line super nice. And he finally picked up his pace. Anyways, we also got 4th on this course. This next course is another 2-3 course, just going to the right. It's the same idea, it's just to the right to start, and we actually got 1st on this course. So we come down the outside line. I cut the courtesy circle as it is super long. Anyways, we come over and we're going to go to the diagonal single, and then we're going to go to the center, and instead of turning off right like last time, we'll turn off left. So we come and we march to that, and we got a much better pace in this course. As you guys can see, he's actually moving. We come over this one and we come around. I come off at an angle just so that I can get the turn into this diagonal. And we come around to this pinkish blue jump, and then we go to the center. And then we do our lead change right out there. And then we do our outside line. We're slowly getting there. There we go. And we come over. We get a little bit of a chip, but that was okay. And we come down and we get a much nicer distance to this than we did in one of those 2-foot courses. And we have to get our lead change again, and we get it. Anyways, we got first in this course. And here are a few flat class clips. We actually got second in the flat.
I gave you everything, held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you.
I'm here with Finn. We just got back from the show and we did really well. We did some 2-foot classes and some 2-3 classes, and we did really well. We got some good ribbons and Fig was really good. It was just very slow and very much a snail at the show. So right now he's getting a snack, and I'm going to end the vlog here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.